there's so many challenges already involved with immigration and leaving your home, your community, the language, a number of barriers, and I think in some ways with the immigration policy and with the ICE raids, obviously there's been a lot of negative effects, but I think there's also been, I think communities are coming together. I think it's inevitable that communities would have to come together to deal with these issues, because we truly can't have a safe community unless everyone is safe.
ICE's policies, the way they stand right now, are not benefiting the community that we work with. And that's difficult, I think, to see and to hear as well, because folks confide in us and realize the tension that they're living in at times.
Fear is a real big component of the immigration policy, and it's becoming relevant in people's lives across a whole spectrum, either in their place of work, where they live. There's obviously, I think people are aware that there's been checkpoints set up in the Olympic Peninsula, so even when people are moving from point A to point B. It's a corporate, it's a private industrial complex, and they only have money to gain by detaining more people. And I think the strategy has been effective. Clearly, Homeland Security is not going to be able to round up the 12 million undocumented workers in this country, but for the several thousand that they do, it's a frightening experience. It's quite literally terrorism. They go into people's homes, they engage in raids late at night, and they take people away, and they end up here.
My name is Aurora, and this is my son Lionel and my daughter Karina. They were both born here in Washington. I've been here since 1989. My boyfriend, the father of my kids, he was locked up more than a month ago down in Kent. He just barely came up here from Mexico about 2 months ago. Spent a lot of money. He is illegal. He did not come over here to do any harm to anybody. He had just started working just like anybody else, except he doesn't have any papers. But the way it is affecting me right now, he's been the second support for my kids and myself, and I've been struggling. Supposedly we came up here to make a better life for ourselves and for our families, for our kids, and that's what we should be doing here.
Every night, the federal government pays approximately $90 per person for people that are detained within this detention facility, and I think people are pretty aware that conditions are abhorrent. The food is substandard. There's very little medical attention, and the people that are inside have limited access to attorneys and even limited access to communication with the outside world.
My son always asks for his dad. Where's my dad? Where's my dad? And I thought we were gonna be able to see their dad by touching him or at least holding his hand, but just seeing another person on the other side of the glass is just like, you feel like your hands are really tied up. You can't do anything about it.
Ultimately, it's going to be our choice. as members of our communities and as citizens of this country, we're going to have to make these changes.